Hello everyone. I think this is just an impromptu video. Um I'll be packaging the Microsoft uh Edit software, the terminal editor written in Rust. And since it's about Rust, it's obviously about Rust packaging in openSUSE. We already have a video about Rust packaging in openSUSE from last year, and for today, I'll be doing it again, but with new features from our new version of the automation tool of OBS Service Cargo. So OBS Service Cargo is now entering maintenance period. So I don't want to add new features to the tool. I think it's already complete, and I think yeah, it's already complete, and I think the only thing that I will do for it is maintenance, such as bug fixes and addressing open issues. But so far, it's such a simple tool, except the code itself is very complicated. But the tool itself is so simple that I don't think that there will be any bug reports soon, other than maybe updates in terms of language tooling, such as maybe new syntax in Rust and new Rust edition. But so far, the 2024 edition of Rust migration was smooth. There was no issues at all. So here goes. First, let's open a terminal. So I'm using Neri as my desktop environment. So it's a scrolling tiling window manager, and I've been having fun with it so far. So first, you need to go to any directory that you've been using as a workspace for your OBS projects. Obviously, you need to have OSC installed, right? So OSC, so I have it installed here, but inside a distro box. So uh, that's why it's like this. Okay. Next, wait, it does not have a version argument. That's weird. Anyway, we can just begin with mkpack. So since there's already a CLI command called edit, which usually points to, I think, the editor variable. So if I do this, let's say kakune and run edit. Oh no, it's still, I think it's hard coded to point to Vim, but it kind of depends in any distro. But for this one, we'll just name it to msedit. So msedit, oops, I have a hiccup here. So you need to go to a project first before running mkpack or make package, and then cd into the package, and then msedit that spec. So firstly, you might be wondering what kind of editor I'm using. I'm using Kakune, and it's like Vim. It's also a model editor, but it's also, for me, more comfortable to use because I've been using it for like 2 years now. But there's no issue using any kind of editor. Actually, you can use even just Kate or VS Code. I'm just so used to this editor. Let's begin with just name, msedit, and I think you can go to GitHub first, Microsoft, and then what is it called? Edit. I think it's called edit. Okay, so edit. Okay, msedit, URL, and I think source 0. I think we're going to use OBS Service Cargo's Git feature. So I've been adding that feature since, and I believe it's a good addition to the uh the tooling, but um yeah, I think I'll be using that. So let's just do this. Name version target CST source one. Of course, it's version vendor at target CST. And what's the license for this? It's MIT, so it's MIT license. License is MIT. Build requires cargo packaging and cargo. Uh, are there any other things? So let's have some prep. How to set up sh- A1, I think. Yeah, dash A1. So it points to source one, which is vendor.tar.dst, which means that after source zero is extracted, source one will be extracted within the uh the new directory that points to the source tarball, which is source zero. Okay. And then build, so cargo build and check. I'm not sure if they have tests, so I'm just going to skip it and install. So cargo install and files. So I believe, of course, goes here, bin there are, um, msedit, since we're going to name this as msedit. So for this one, I guess I have to move build root, um, bin dir edit to build root bin dir msedit and docs are there. Okay, so security contributing, but upon that, so I'm just going to add all MD files. So doc MD and yeah. Should I check the assets? They have a desktop file. Hmm. I guess we'll add that later once I'm done with things. So let's do this. Always see service mr format spec file. So it will format the spec file. And let's check if the spec file is edited with the mod. Okay, that's good. Spec file for MS edit. Okay, and let's write the service file. So the service file, of course, it's an XML file. So services, and service name, uh, cargo vendor, and what would be the param name? Let's say URL, since we're going to use the git feature here. So I'm just going to use this URL param, and also param name revision. So the revision is version 1.2.0. So v 1.2.0 param. Another param name would be version rewrite pattern and version rewrite regex. So I'm just going to do this. So we're going to change this a bit, So if we do not use these two parameters, version rewrite regex and version rewrite pattern, what's going to happen is that the revision, the resulting file name would be edit, dash v 1.2.0, which we do not want. What we want is, I mean, you can still do it, right? But this version of Cargo Vendor has to update the version inside the spec file. So for example, if you're going to update, if there's a future version 1.3.0, the version line in the spec file would change to v 1.3.0 instead of 1.3.0. v 1.3.0 is not a valid version in openSUSE. So yeah, so version rewrite regex would be v something like that. Yeah, I always sometimes use this because sometimes people forget to add the prefix v before the actual version. Yeah, and then the version right pattern would be just this one. Oops. Okay. So this is one capture group. So the first capture group. So I'm just putting the first capture group. So it will just pick 1.2.0 and remove this V letter. Okay, and since the name is already taken, we need to, I guess, set name for this. What is it? Set name? I'm just going to check. So distro box, enter root OBS box, and user live OBS service cargo vendor h what's it? Where is it? Name. Oh, it was set name. So set name. I'm just going to put msedit. Then param. And then should we create a changes out file? Yes, we need to create changes out file. So param name equals changes generate. So I'm just going to set this to true. Param and changes author. So I'm just going to put my name here and changes email. So I'm just going to use my openSUSE email. So it's my openSUSE email. Copy halo macro at opensuse.org. Oops. And service. Okay. Are there anything that I could have forget to add? Update is always set to true. Tag, there's no need to add a tag. I'm not sure if I could actually use filter here because the last time I tried it, even though some Rust software do not need to have um, Microsoft specific, Windows specific dependencies, it still won't build because it probably needs it. Okay, I'm going to check the project structure. If okay, it still uses the normal one where I don't have to like use custom root flag to find a custom root of where the project resides. There's no openSUSE yet. Okay, so oh, there's settings. So you can run cargo test here. So it needs ICU dash devil. Okay, it needs ICU dash devil. So I'm just going to check if there's ICU dash devil in openSUSE. Usually it's named live ICU or what's this? Live ICU. Yeah, live ICU dash devil. So let's go back to the spec file and URL license build requires live ICU dash devil. Are there any dependencies that I might have missed? I'm just going to check. Package naming, yeah. Okay, names as msedit should be avoided. Okay. Okay, so they're using nightly. Huh, they're using nightly. And they have released Atomo. I'm just going to check why. Released Atomo. So let's do this. We can just add that flag. Config release Atomo config. I'm not sure if cargo install has config. Um, does it have? Ah, yes, yeah, it has config. So yeah, config, config release summon, and I'm pretty sure it has tests. I think it just tests the what's this? The ICU library. I'm not really sure what that is, but I believe it's probably some form of text library. You get Unicode something. Sure, cargo check or cargo test. Cargo check. My bad. It's supposed to be cargo test. And what's next? I guess that's pretty much it. Um, what to do? Move to another buffer. I think that's already correct. So I'm just going to let's check if I see add service msedit spec PC initial spec for msedit. I believe this will be rewritten this changes file because yeah, because of the how cargo vendor works. So you have to like edit it again after running this. So you'll see why. So I need to run this mr. Wait, I forgot to add mode. Oops, forgot to add mode. So mode equals manual. Forgot to add mode. So service MR. Currently drinking coffee. Okay, it's building. I mean, building, it's vendoring. Oops, I'm so used to looking these kinds of output as like compile outputs. My bad. It's very tiny for a. It's very tiny. I'm so surprised. Let me check. Let me check. Oh, dash the vendor rest. Let's check. Three. Huh. It probably needs zstd-devel as well. Seeing that I see that zstd headers, which probably points to the zstd syscrate. So zstd-devel. Wait, is there a zstd-devel? zstd-devel. Yep, there is libzstd-devel. Okay, and then let's add those files. Let's add it. And let's check the msedit changes. Huh. So I have an issue. I think it created a new kind of file, edit the changes. So I have to, I guess, move the move some output from edit the changes to msedit. Initial spec. Oops. Initial spec for msedit at version. Okay. And CRM edit the changes. So it's not part of, so I can just delete that. And update the service file, point to a changes file. So I need to change the changes file, changes out file. The changes out file should be msedit the changes. Okay, just going to check again if that's actually a flag. Changes out file. Okay, does exist. I'm going to check the spelling again. That's correct. Changes out file. Okay. So now that's all added. Let's just check if what the extracted direct project directly looks like. Okay, so it points out to which OBS can actually automatically select as the project directory. It's okay. So let's just push it. So OS CCI, and yeah, it's pretty small for a file. I'm just surprised, you know, like I'm pretty surprised. It's 9.9 megabytes. So it's pushed to my home unconfig Halo Macro project in OBS. So let's try going to OBS, build.opensuse.org, msedit. Oh, it's finished. That means there's something wrong. Version field must be present before. Oh yeah, I forgot. I just noticed just now. My bad. My bad, everyone. So I need to add version here. Version 1.2.0 and just force it. So OSCCIFHN. So no need to add a new message when it's just a mistake. Okay. I think this will build just now. Let's wait for a bit. I believe I missed other dependencies, but let's just see. Release field must be present. I don't believe that. I don't believe that SUSE even uses the release field, but let's just add it just in case. Release 0. Only Fedora uses it because, yeah, yeah, Fedora and Red Hat actually were the first to use RPM, and they were the ones who made it, so makes sense. Okay, I guess this will build again now. Let's just check. Unknown option cargo build. I'm not really sure why. Oh, I believe I have to cover it in brackets. This is so annoying. I have to cover it in brackets. I just don't know why though. I think it's like something about macros that I'm not really sure. I'm not even familiar with it. But yeah, it's just part of cargo packaging. Top cargo packaging, so it's just some quirks that we actually don't know much about our PM macros. I even learned a bit about Lua integration in RPM, and it sort of works, but it's so funky. I mean, I believe it's so difficult to use once you get into a software that has weird build steps, some a lot of workarounds. Yeah, let's check again. You should build, right? It'd be so weird. Oh my god, you need a summary field? Oh, forgot. Yeah, the summary field. I forgot summary field. Oh my god, I forgot again. So name, summary. Let's just check the what they describe it in the cargo.toml. They don't have the description for it. I guess it's in the readme again. Just going to use the here. A simple editor for simple needs. Huh. Okay. Let's just use it. I'm not sure if oh wait. There's no need there's no need to overthink about it. I just remember that there was a rule also like how you write summaries for a package. I'm not sure if it's verb should be describing what the package does or just use the description from the upstream. Anyway, I think this will build now since those three things were important fields. And it failed. And it failed. Toml parse error line 1, column 1. Hmm. I'm just going to check again. I'm just going to check again the extracted directory. Hmm. That's so weird. Like, I'm so weirded out by the error message. Toml parser error at line 1, column 1. Maybe this is a nightly feature that I'm not really sure yet. Invalid key. Config argument as a dotted key in expression. Maybe it's a cargo auditable problem. I'm not really sure. Let's check. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to remove that config flag since I'm not really sure. I'll just ask later from the devs or maybe their community. But I'm pretty sure I won't use this project, but maybe people are enthusiastic about this new editor. I guess this now will build. Oh, I have forgotten about this one. I guess this is a nightly feature that I'm not really sure of, but I'll just go to add this here. Oops. For now, I'm just going to add that. If it builds, that's surprising. It failed. Yeah, it's a nightly feature, so I'm just going to set ROS C bootstrap to 1, and I believe the config thing again. I think that's a nightly feature as well. That's why it was not able to read the config file. I hope this works, but I won't be surprised if it won't. Oh, we are already at Rust 1.88. Okay, this config argument is still not going to work for me. So this will be the last push. I guess this will be the last push. I'm, I'm not going to believe that this works if I force add a config. I think that's a recent nightly feature, but I'm not really sure. If that's the case, if I'm not able to build msedit for openSUSE, um, I guess we won't have msedit in openSUSE. That's pretty much what's going to happen because we don't ship nightly Rust in openSUSE. Hmm. It actually builds. No. Package has no description. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So it actually builds. That was fast. That means this is a very short, very small, tiny binary. So I'm just going to put description here. Description. Going to MS edit. Where is it? I can just copy this. Okay. Just copy paste and just run FMT on the. Yep. I usually use a value of 80. Not sure why, but it looks better than, yeah. And let's see this, yeah, yeah. And then I can finally add this to the editor project in OBS. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. But before ending the video, let's just see if this builds successfully now. I mean, it's so fast that like after I remove the config flag, it just builds right away without any issues. Like it's a very small library. I'm so surprised. It's a very small library. It even has checks. Not even sure if that works, but let's see. I'm just going to like disable the cargo test if it in case fails because I believe it might require internet connection. Yeah. Yep. This won't work. So we can't have 15 MS edit in lib 15.6, but we can have it in tumbleweed, I guess. Yep, it builds. And just going to check the binary here. Yeah, I can just download it. Let's see if I can download it. It's taking a lot of time. Okay. Okay, downloads, MS edit. Okay, let's open it. Git downloads, sudo zipper, and MS edit. Oh my god. I really hate Zipper's auto refresh feature. Like, can you just stop, man? So the the refresh interval is so absurdly short. Like, can I have like a refresh for like 24 hours a day? Ooh. Okay. I thought it's going to be long. And I'm gonna set it. Oh, it's so nice, man. Maybe I can click this. Oh yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. Don't say it. Okay. So let's just before we end with the video, let's just SR it into editors. Yep. New editor inspired by MS-DOS. Was it? Uh, I'm not really sure about the history about these editors. MS-DOS editor. And created request ID. Maybe I can just check here as well in openSUSE. Requests. Yes, it's here. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, this is the end of the video. Thank you, everyone. And if you have any questions about Rust packaging, although this is an impromptu video, feel free to ask me in openSUSE Discord. I'm not really active in Matrix, so I'm probably more active on Discord or on email. So, ta-da, bye-bye.